Welcome back to the second hour of the Time Machine. This your boy Jay Mace on WUAG 103.1 FM. Playing the best new and old school hip-hop, R&B, and everything else in between. With me on the phone right now, I have D and Kayo, members of the R&B funk group, The Deele. Kayo and D, welcome to the Time Machine.
What's up, Jarrell? How you doing, man?
All right, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this interview.
Happy Independence Day, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Happy 4th of July once again, everybody. And go out and enjoy the fireworks. And kids, handle those fireworks with care. Please do. Now, we're going to go ahead and start this interview off. Now, how long have you guys been playing instruments? And then go from there and tell me how the Deele formed.
Man, we started out real young. Dee and I first met when we were in the 7th grade, and I saw the guy, and he was playing the guitar at that time. I was a bass player. I had to meet him, and we've been together ever since.
Mm-hmm. All right, so tell me how did the Deele come together? Was everybody in like rival bands, and then you guys came together, or what?
Yeah, this is D. I can shed a little light on that. Yeah, from high school and everything, we were always in rival bands and stuff. But when we got to the 9th grade, myself, Kayo, and L.A. Reid, want to throw a little shout out for Hughes High School. Yeah, that's where it all started. We had a group called the Backstabbers. L.A. was on drums, and Kayo was on bass, and of course I was the lead singer. And we won a bunch of local talent shows and everything. Then after we got out of high school, we started a group called Essence, and then that lasted for about 2 years. And after Essence, I left Essence, and then L.A. called me a week later. He said, hey, man, let's have a meeting. So myself, Kayo, and L.A., we got together at L.A.'s mom's house. This was back in 1980. Yes. And we formed the Deele right there at L.A.'s mom's house. We were trying to think of a name, man, and so I was thinking, like, hey, we're going to be dealing with a lot of different situations, people coming at us. We're going to be dealing with things. So that's where the name The Deele came up. At the time, we was looking for a deal. That's what we was all about, getting a record deal. Mm-hmm. So that's what the name The Deele came about. Mm-hmm. So
definitely
tossed it out. Mm-hmm. We said, yeah, that sounds like it. So.
Yeah, definitely quite interesting. Now, you guys were based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And how did Babyface come into picture?
Sorry, Jarrell, I didn't hear that.
The Deele was based out of Cincinnati, Ohio, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, now how did Babyface come into picture? Because I believe he was from Indianapolis, Indiana, correct?
Yeah. Well, after L.A. and myself and Kayo formed the Deele back in 1980, Kayo and L.A., they had already been performing in Indianapolis, Indiana. They had a group called Essence. So after we formed the Deele, it was like, hey, man, let's move back to Indianapolis. We can play in clubs and stuff up there. So when Kayo and L.A. and myself moved back to Indianapolis, we were playing the local dives and stuff, playing different clubs. And we became this house band in a club called the Zodiac. And, our name everything just started getting popular, The Deele. We were like this different kind of group, man, where everybody wanted to come and see. So Faith would come to our shows, but we didn't know Faith back then. Faith would just stand back in the crowd and watch us. And so what happened about a year later, one of the guys from Midnight Star, Jeff Cooper, he's from Indianapolis. So when we started recording stuff, they heard about us. They came and checked us out. That's when Jeff Cooper and Bo Watson presented us to Reggie Calloway, which we all know who that is. It was like, hey, man, you guys are great, man. We like your sound. Let's try to get y'all a record deal. And then that's when we started recording about 1981. They started doing a demo on us. And Babyface was in a group called the Crowd Pleasers. He was hanging out up in Flint, Michigan. And he was friends with Bo Watson of Midnight Star. So he started coming down, hanging out, writing songs. And then he penned the tune, which we all know now, Just My Luck. And we was like, wow, this guy can write. So Babyface, he just seemed like a part of the Deele, man. Yeah. It was like he was one of us. So that was history. We added him to the band, man. And there you have it.
Mm-hmm. Now, how did you guys end up landing the record deal with Solar?
Through Midnight Star, after we done the demo, and Faith became a member of the band,
They took the demo out to Solar Records, and without ever seeing us, they gave us a deal. They loved the CD that we made, so without ever seeing it, we signed the deal.
Wow, that's definitely what's up right there. Now, tell me about the making of the debut album, Street Beat.
The making of what? I'm sorry.
Street Beat?
Yeah, Street Beat.
Well, Street Beat came about was down in the basement of Midnight Star's house. And first song we recorded was Working 9 to 5. And that was a real funky tune that me and Kayo and L.A. and Stick came up with. And then after Working 9 to 5, Reggie Calloway and Tootie penned the tune, the title tune, Street Beat, which was just a collaboration. We were just, jamming and rocking and came up with Street Beat.
Right.
And then, of course, Just My Love. Babyface penned that song, which I did the lead vocals on, which I love that song. It's a great song. And let me see, Body Talk, that was a funky tune. That was Carlos and Melvin Gentry from Midnight Star and L.A. Kale, you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, that was the album that we all collaborated along with Midnight Star. Midnight Star had a big part in that album as well. That was our first album, and we collaborated throughout that whole first album. That's basically how CB came about.
Mm-hmm. And basically, Body Talk was basically a big single off of that record, because I know back during that period, it was getting played in the discotheques and all the clubs alongside Cameo and every other 80s R&B group that was popular at the time on urban radio. What back then it was called Black Radio.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I just heard it on the radio myself. I was just telling D, I just heard Body Talk. So.
Wow. All right, now we go from Street Beat to the 1985 album Material Things. I still have Material Things in the plastic. Now, do you guys look at the album cover and I'm like, ugh, what were we thinking? The Jerry Curl juice dripping in the ruffled feathers? It seemed like everybody was under the Prince Purple Rain influence at that time.